Coming into this season, Aron Baynes was a 7-year vet already in his mid-30s, so at this point in his career, most thought his days of development were done. He's always been a bruiser in the paint that plays tough and gave his team some good minutes off the bench, but never once played over 20 minutes per game and wasn't necessarily anything special that stood out. Plus, if you're active on social media and follow literally any of the big-time sports accounts, such as ESPN, Bleacher Report, or anything else of the sort, you've probably seen the Aron Baynes Fan Club Twitter account in the replies always managing to hilariously tie whatever they're talking about back to Aron Baynes in the replies, so if anything, he was more known for being a meme than anything else. This year, however, the entire narrative around him has been vastly changing, and he's been one of the biggest breakout players of the season so far for the Phoenix Suns. So for today's video, we're going to be looking at what he's done to change, why he's been having the success he's been having, and why he's transcended meme status. Before we get started though, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated. Now with that being said, let's begin. Baynes has been a bit of a journeyman in his 8-year career so far, starting with the San Antonio Spurs, then going to Detroit, and then after that he played a few years in Boston, and now he's currently playing for the Phoenix Suns. Starting in San Antonio was definitely an experience that helped him progress individually, even if he didn't really play that much, because he started right when they battled with the Miami Heat in the finals in back-to-back seasons, so just being able to experience NBA basketball at the highest level is a good learning experience. Plus, Greg Popovich has proven to be very receptive to international prospects, getting them to produce to their best of their abilities and get them big second contracts, and after 3 years, Baynes got a nice $20 million payday in Detroit. His tenures in San Antonio, Detroit, and then Boston after that all went down pretty similarly, with him never scoring more than 6.5 points, grabbing between 4 and 5 rebounds per game, and always being a strong paint presence in bursts, but never necessarily being anything special. So when he signed in Phoenix this summer, most people didn't really think much of it besides how he would be as a backup for DeAndre Ayton. Well, one game into the season, Ayton got suspended for 25 games for using banned substances, so Baynes was thrust into a bigger role than he had ever previously had on a team, and with that opportunity, he's been making the absolute most of it. Starting with the basics, he's playing about 24 minutes per game this season, which is over 5 more minutes than he's ever previously been playing, and in that extra time, he's more than doubled his scoring output, now averaging a very strong 15 per game. He's not necessarily more of a go-to scorer for the Suns, the team just plays with such a free-flowing offensive system that he's fit perfectly into, and as a result, the opportunities just seem to naturally come to him. One major reason he's fit so seamlessly into the system is that, seemingly out of nowhere, Baynes is now a sniper from 3, taking over 4 attempts per game and making them at a highly efficient 47% clip. For context as to why this is coming out of nowhere for most viewers, through 7 seasons, Baynes had only taken 89 3-point shots total, and made 25 of them. This season alone, through just 11 games, Baynes has already taken 47 threes and is on the verge of matching his total makes from before with 22 made so far this year. He showed very brief glimpses of his 3-point shooting improving last year when he attempted about 1 per game, but still wasn't anywhere close to consistent with it, so now the Suns are benefiting tremendously from this new weapon in his arsenal. The fact that Ayton is now a reliable perimeter shooter has also helped him utilize another hidden strength of his, being his passing ability for a big man. He never averaged more than 1 assist per game before, but this season he's nearly tripled that to about 3 per game. He's by no means a selfish player, so if the shot's not there for him, he will look to make the right play and set a teammate up. The Suns' free-flowing offense has also been a big factor in this, because with Baynes out on the perimeter and the rest of the lineup all being dangerous perimeter threats as well, the paint tends to open up for cuts to the basket, which in turn results in a lot of assists. One final individual contribution that Baynes has brought to the Suns in a very positive way is his screen setting, which is something that tends to not get much glory because it's not by any means flashy or glamorous. However, Baynes sets very hard screens, which if you ask any NBA guard goes a long way. Running Devin Booker off these screens has gotten him more easy and open looks than he's arguably ever had before, because the combination of Baynes screening his man hard and the threat of his teammates actually being capable out on the perimeter will get him much more single coverage. Now, everything I've discussed so far has been terrific for Baynes individually, but now let's take a look at how it applies to the Suns as a team and their newfound success. Overall, the Suns currently have the 5th best offense in the NBA, with a rating of 111.2, and the 4th best net rating, outscoring opponents by 6.5 points per 100 possessions. Top 5 in both of these categories is tremendous as is. However, when Baynes is on the court, both of those numbers actually increase. Baynes this year has an offensive rating of 117, meaning the Suns' already high productive offense is getting 6 points better with him on the court. Plus, Baynes' net rating is 7.3, meaning they also outscore opponents by almost a whole extra point with him on the court as well. Overall, Baynes may not be the flashiest, most interesting, or most productive player in the NBA, but when it comes to role players, he very well may be one of the most impactful. He started the year more known for being a meme on Twitter, and now is legitimately helping a struggling franchise turn their fortune around. So maybe, just maybe, the man behind the Aron Baynes fan club was onto something. And with that being said, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below your thoughts on Baynes' transformation as a player. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.